Have you ever been in a situation where you wondered, how did this happen? Let me take you back. In May, I was preparing to get married. My wedding was June 6th. It was a destination wedding. So my fiance and I live in Philly. My family is in St. Louis, Missouri, and my husband's foundation is here in Philly. 2 weeks before my wedding, my grandmother died. And this was a grandmother I had lived with, I was close with, that I loved so, so dearly. And I just wondered to myself, how did this happen? How did I get here? Now, I had to process, do I deal with this now? Do I wait and deal with this after my wedding? How emotionally, mentally, I was still working full time at the time. How did I get here? So I had to make a decision. I applied for a short-term medical leave because the stress the stress was too much. It was way too overwhelming. A wedding itself is overwhelming. A destination wedding itself also overwhelming. Now I had a funeral that I had to make it to. I got approved for my short-term disability leave and I had to make some decisions because not only was the funeral and the wedding right there together, but they were 4 days apart. So I flew to St. Louis and I was there for my family. I went to the funeral, which was on a Tuesday, and then I flew out from St. Louis that Tuesday night after the funeral. Got back to Philly that night. That Wednesday, I had all of my beauty appointments and I had to pack and prepare my cat. And we flew out that Thursday to go and get ready for our ceremony, which was in Fort Lauderdale. This time was really insane. But for the girlies who know Jesus at all, something about this time just felt so like not on accident. And like if you have been in a relationship with God, like like there's no mistakes. There's no accidents. Like if he's going to do something, he's going to do it on purpose. And I had to realize that I really could not fully grieve because I still had to pull this wedding off. Long story short, the wedding was beautiful. We went on our honeymoon the next day. We went on a 7-day cruise and it was beautiful. And when I got back home, the grief hit and it hit hard. And it was also hard because I was half a country away from my family, which was not fun. But I really felt like God was pulling me to start a YouTube channel. I have always been like super, super passionate about helping women and being there for women. I really feel like we don't give ourselves enough credit for the energy and the everything we put into this world. We birth this world. You know what I mean? And so I have always had a passion for us that we don't get enough credit and we don't take out a time, like enough time to love on ourselves and to treat ourselves well. And that sent me on a spiral of thinking about my life, where I was, what I wanted. I am a manager at a restaurant and burnt out. I don't know how to say burnt out, just burnt out, tired, running around, trying to fix everybody's problems and have little to no room to think about myself or fix my own. If you have been in that boat, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We will run, go, go, give, give, give. And then at the end of the day, there is nothing left for you, like nothing in the tank. And this can go on for days, weeks, months, years, sometimes decades. Sometimes this is something we never learn. And I just feel like we deserve better than that. I thought back to a time in college where I had this vision of myself and I pictured myself like as if I was 40. I'm 35 now. So I'm like, okay. Well, I'm thinking about this woman and I saw a vision of her and I pictured her And what I saw was not really what I was living. And then I started to think, and it really dawned on me that I had never pursued my dreams. I had always just gone from job that would drain me, make me unhappy, would not just fuel me and give me life. Or if I did have a job, like I was a nanny for 5 years, which I loved, best job I ever had, but like financially, did it set me up? No. Was I really working on my purpose? Not really. Was it really going to leave me with something after that season ended? I realized that I have abandoned myself and my dreams. And I really feel like that God is pulling on my heart to start to pull on your heart, that we have to start loving ourselves. He gave me this vision, and I was just looking out into an audience of women, and it was just dry bones. Like, these women weren't living. They were just being, giving from empty wells. They had nothing to pour into themselves with, just out here in the world, giving when there's nothing left to give. And I just thought, like, how sad is it to live your whole life to give to your family, your friends, your job, your partner, whatever the case may be. And then at the end of the night, you're not even happy with who you are or where your life is. And you don't even feel like you have a say so because of what money, bills, kids, whatever the case may be. And I just really started to feel so passionate, and I felt like that God was telling me that I needed to say something. That I needed to remind you that you have a purpose, you have a job to do, you have a responsibility to yourself, to other women who also need help, to the children that you're growing and helping to develop. Like, how can we really show up in this world when we're not even happy? We're burnt out and tired. And I decided that I was going to go ahead and start this YouTube because we need community. We need somebody there to constantly remind us that you're also important. Like, I don't know where we got this thought of everybody else first and leave nothing for myself. Like, don't figure out, like, I won't take the time and figure out a way to take 5 minutes for myself to just breathe or journal or just anything that like adds to you. I feel like most women that I know, they get to the point where their kids are older or they're older, and they realize that they don't even know what they like anymore. They don't even know what interests them. They don't even know what their hobbies are. The question is, who am I? And how sad is that? We only have one life to live, and the only thing that you can think to yourself is, who am I after putting in all this work for everybody else? So, I decided to make this YouTube channel to remind you that you are important, that you deserve to take up space in the world, that your dreams and the things that you want for yourself are not out of touch. And I am reminding myself of these things too, that I have to chase my dreams in order to become the woman that I want to be. Am I there yet? No. Have I picked up a couple of things along the way? Yes. But now I feel like God has given me the time to remind me that I have a job to do. I have a duty to speak. I have a duty to remind you that you're not just somebody's mom. You're not just somebody's employee or somebody's boss or somebody's wife or girlfriend. Like, you, yourself, you are somebody that's worth the time, the energy, and the effort. And that is so important. We have one life to live, one life. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to get to the end of your life and be a shoulda, coulda, woulda? That is one of my biggest fears, is getting on my deathbed or just getting older and I'm not as mobile. I can't have the experiences that I want to have. And I just sit back and I'm just like, I wish I would have done that. I wish I could have done that. Just, I never wanted to be a shoulda, coulda, woulda. I wanted to take this big one big life that I get and make the most of it. Give myself the most opportunity for amazing experiences that change my mind, my spirit, and my soul. That God will open up my eyes to new perspectives, new ways of living, new ways of being. So, I challenge you. I just want you to start to imagine just a little bit. Just imagine about your dreams. What are they? Do you even know? Do you even remember? Have you even given yourself a chance to think about it, to think about you? Create that space for yourself. I want to know, like, what your dreams are. Because sometimes you never know. Like, your comment could be something that another woman sees and says, yes, I actually am good at that. I actually do feel like that could be something in my purpose. This actually resonates with something in my past. You just never know. So I want you to comment down below. What are some of your dreams that you've been sitting on? What are some of the things that you know that you could be feeding to make you into the woman that you know you want to be and that you know you can be if given yourself the opportunity and the chance? I really hope that you would join this journey with me because I feel like we're going to do really big things together. And I need the support, and I want to be here to support you. And I feel like together we can really start to make a little bit of headway into becoming her, becoming the woman that we picture ourselves to be. She's not too far away. We just need to give her a little bit of time, nourish that part of us, and we'll make it. My name is Cece May. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.